What's going on YouTube? This is Mason AJ.
This is Legend Excalibur.
And this is the IBM.
Damn, there you go with that.
IBM welcomes YouTube.
Freaking demon man over there.
Today, after that got done, today...
Demon Batman.
Today you will be born into IBM's Legion.
Anyway, today we're talking about the fact that Sony has released their clutches on Spider-Man.
Yeah, son.
And that Spider-Man will now be joining the MCU, also known as the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
Yep.
With all the Avengers and Black Panther and Captain Marvel.
You know what? I remember me and you were talking about this the other day.
Black Panther, the Inhumans. We all saw that list.
Yeah, for real. You know, but see, me and Mason were talking about this the other day where like I was saying how, to me, the most prominent adventure characters is Spider-Man and Wolverine. Even though they're the newest characters and they're more newer than everybody else, I feel like they brought to the table something, you know, like, I don't know, like a little bit more of a charismatic feel to the Avengers. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I think Spider-Man should be a part of the Avengers. Like,
it's more so than Captain America.
No, not more so, but I'm just saying, like, to me, they fit the Avengers role too well.
I say Spider-Man probably brought more.
I mean, yeah, Wolverine was just his counter though. Like,
Yeah,
you know
more
what I mean?
oomph than Captain America.
You know,
and then he was such good friends with Wolverine.
Thank you.
That's like the one person on Team Wolverine's looking like, yo, I would die for Spider-Man.
Yeah, that's my
I mean,
dog,
he likes
like-
Captain America, but at the same time, we all saw Avengers vs. X-Men. He did kind of gut that dude.
He's kind of like a superhero father figure to Spider-Man. You know what I'm saying?
and we know he don't like Iron Man.
Yeah, he don't like none of that.
I will say this, to me, the most functional Avengers team was the one led by Iron Man back in the day, right after the Civil War, when it was Iron Man, Ares, Black Widow.
That was your most functional team?
Like, no, when it came down to dealing with the problems of the world, they were the most functional. They got deployed, they solved the problem that all the team could solve, and they came back. Avengers sometimes
Did they really come back though? Because I mean, let's be honest. Dark Reign kind of happened on your watch.
Yeah.
No offense, Iron Man. Not only did Norman Osborn swoop in and create his own version of S.H.I.E.L.D., he then beat you corporate-wise and took your version of S.H.I.E.L.D., which was actually S.H.I.E.L.D., then took your company and your suits, paraded around in them, and said, yeah, I'm going to have sex with my girlfriend in this. I just want you to know that. Now I'm the Iron Patriot. Fly off! So I don't know about being the most functional.
Anyway, back to Spider-Man. How do we? Okay, I gotta ask you a question. But both of your questions. So, how do you? What point in time in the Marvel Cinematic Universe do you think Spider-Man is actually going to enter, like make appearances? Because what they're saying right now is they're rebooting, but not recanting. So those other movies still happen.
They should still happen. And honestly, the whole thing is, I remember you did a review on Star Wars and you were saying how Disney, they just cut all the story. And I ain't gonna lie, I think that's stupid in a sense because it's not gonna leave how we feel about those stories. You know what I mean? Like if we love those stories, we love those stories. So you saying it's not continuity, it doesn't change what those stories mean to us. So I think when these companies go, oh, that doesn't matter anymore, that's just stupid in its own right. It just mattered in its own time. Like how many universes do we have in the Marvel universe?
Oh my God.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And which one really matters and doesn't matter? They all matter, they're just in their own universe. So I think that whole like that doesn't matter anymore thing is stupid.
Well, it's not so much that it doesn't matter anymore, but it's like you can't really have the same timeline of Amazing Spider-Man 1 and 2.
That's that universe. This is Sony universe.
But that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. With this, they're saying that this version of Spider-Man that appears in the Avengers movies, maybe, or the other Marvel movies is not the same.
Why don't they just make him older?
They're actually gonna go
Because I'm looking like Spider-Man was like 23 when he was a part
Exactly.
of the Avengers.
Well, I'm
and he
saying
was
now
only,
they're
like,
focusing-
19.
And now you can be real gangster.
No. They already established that he's gonna be a little bit younger, so he probably only been Spider-Man for like maybe like 2 years at most.
Okay, I think his first appearance is going to be at the end of this new Ultron movie. I really do. I believe that I really believe that they've been speculating to get this emergence happening for a long time. Because let's think about it. They didn't just come out just like, oh, last week, I think we should make a deal. Okay, Sony, let's make a deal. Like, no, they actually been probably working on this for years. So I think even with making this movie, they anticipated this going down and had a timetable when they was going to make a decision. And probably made two different scenes just in case.
Wait, are you pretty much saying that this entire idea that Sony and Marvel and Disney, technically, fighting has all really just been a giant PR stunt?
Not a PR stunt, but like a battle that's been going on underground where we didn't always know about. I really do. I guarantee you, in this new Avengers movie, we're gonna see Spider-Man at the end of the movie. I guarantee you.
You know what I kind of want to see him in? I kind of want to see him in like cameo in the Iron Man movie, and then show up as like, oh, I'm Peter Parker, here to be an intern for such and such, to develop technology. I'll be like, yes.
You know what? I'm not going to.
Or at the end of this Fantastic Four movie, and he does that for the.
I don't think that's going to happen. I don't think that's going to happen.
Well, the Fantastic Four movie is technically, as right now, not part of the MCU.
They're going to get bought.
But now here's the thing: I would like to see Peter Parker turn into the new Phil Coulson, where we see him at any point in time in all the different movies. As an intern, as a reporter, just passing by. But we always see him in Black Panther, Captain Marvel, Avengers 1 and 2,
like
whatever.
Stan Lee.
Well, not so much like Stan Lee.
Stan Lee always cheeses up the scenes. So it was like, hey, I'm Stan Lee in every movie. It's just like, it's kind of like, I'm used to it now, so it doesn't bother me. But at the same time, it's
why
like,
would you not show up in every movie of the universes you created?
I know.
If someone made a movie and didn't invite me to that, I'll pull the plug.
I mean, don't get me wrong, like, Quentin Tarantino does it good because he always acts, he's a good actor at the same time. So when he's in his own movie, it feels organic. Where I feel like Stan Lee is just like that old guy. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's just like, come on, man.
You know what? I heard this one time where
he's that old grandpa that you want.
Stan Lee was that cultural icon who we used to love and respect, but somehow, some way, he's turned into like you said, that old guy we just don't want around. But we're too polite to tell you to go away.
Yeah, exactly. It's like,
I don't know. Stan Lee seems like he'd be cool.
I'm be honest with you, don't get me wrong, this is not the same thing about Stan Lee's character because I know when you're in front of people, you have to act a certain way and it can get annoying sometimes, but I've actually had the opportunity to meet Stan Lee one time and he wasn't that nice. You can't really hang out with him.
Get away from me, Lance!
He ain't like that. I would punch him in the face. But no, it's one of those things where it's like, you can tell he gets to so much to where it's just annoying. Like, you want my autograph, it's going to cost you $1,000. It's like, it's just, you know what I mean? He's just one of those dudes where it's like,
was he an asshole?
I mean, he wasn't an asshole, but he wasn't very inviting. Like, if he wasn't who he was, I would not want to talk to him.
Not to talk bad about Michael Jordan, but Michael Jordan is kind of
He's an asshole. He's a super dick. But that's
but back to Spider-Man.
Back to Spider-Man. And speaking of characters, now there has been a lot of fan speculation out in the world that maybe the Spider-Man that comes into the MCU should be, maybe, kind of, will be Miles Morales from the Ultimate Spider-Man series.
Okay, I agree with this only because I like stirring the pot. I like shaking up the game, and I like that.
Now, my only thing with Miles Morales is you don't feel smart or clever,
right? It's like you just have powers.
Like I feel like not saying you had to be a genius, because let's be honest, Peter Parker, freaking genius. He's like the sixth smartest person in the Marvel universe, but I never felt like Miles Morales, where Peter Parker was genius-wise, I felt like Miles Morales should have been street smart-wise. Well, because I'm looking like,
but that fits into the stigma of being a black.
Every time, well, then use it. No, just be street smart. You don't gotta be a thug, but like, use this to your advantage, dude. You've been living in New York for so long. You're clearly an average person. You ride the metro.
At that point, what's stopping him from just using guns at that point? Just like, I got spider power, but I'm gonna just shoot you.
Well, there actually are versions of Spider-Man who do use guns. That's so in the Spider-Verse. No, wait, I actually would have liked to.
What would have been a cool story? If he had one story where he did use a gun because he didn't know how to beat a villain, and then he just stopped using guns after that.
But you know what? I actually do like what you're saying, where Peter Parker, I'm gonna say it, he doesn't feel like a New Yorker. He feels like an average guy or a smart guy who got powers, but like, actually no, to see, like, let's say for example, now hear me out, let's say, Spider-Man is going through it and he's being like overtaken by like whatever robots from the Ultron movie, right? Mm-hmm. But then you literally see him go down like, he because he knows the neighborhoods, he goes down the wrong alley, and then because there's a gang that he knew in his civilian life, but then the robots come out like, oh, we're gonna get you. You see the gang go pop, 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 and not saying that they would beat the robots, but at least he used the environment to his advantage because he knows the neighborhood. He is that guy.
It's too urban for me. It's too urban.
But once again, whether or not it's that example, but at least
the streets, bitch. I don't care if you're like, nah, man. Like,
Let's be honest though. They already did that when they made his backstory and put him in that neighborhood.
you know, it's just, I don't know.
So, but
Just being honest.
now I'm gonna ask a question. If this is gonna be very controversial, if you were to choose Miles Morales as the new Spider-Man, who would you cast?
I don't know. Like, I'll be honest. You can go. You know what? They can even go. I don't know how old this Will Smith's son is, but I like this guy.
No,
I like that kid.
Hit that dude with a bottle. Get out of here.
Also,
I ain't gonna lie. No, just how Will was corny when he was growing up. He got gangster.
even more controversial,
What
but then
movies are you watching?
we won't touch on it after. If you cast Miles Morales, what is his love interest going to be? Dun dun dun. Okay, we can move on now. But that's the truth, though. Hey, that dude swing both ways. Are you going to show that in the movie?
You know, that's true. Are you gonna show that?
You know what?
Because I feel like the Hollywood would try to hide that fact.
Yeah,
that
they
he
would.
does swing
And I
both
would
ways.
be like, yo,
you know, so.
Don't hide that, man.
Well, see, it goes down to like what
You
in
really
comic
wrote
books,
that in.
what in comic books are we willing to like put on the main screen? Because just like I brought up in the Suicide Squad cast, movie, like Joker and Harley Quinn relationship in real life is very abusive. Are we actually going to see that in the full screen with both of them being on there?
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
I think they should show it.
Yeah. Yeah, because they are a pretty dark couple, but they don't really show how
Yeah,
abusive
but
they
it's
are.
kind of like, no, the
Yeah.
Joker, the Joker beats her halfway to death,
Yeah.
and then kisses her and goes, "I'll get your puppy tomorrow."
Right, exactly. You know?
So this is my personal like prediction. I want to see Spider-Man in the Black Panther movies, in the Black Panther Inhuman movies, more so than the standard of Civil War or Captain America Civil War and the Avengers, because I want to see him more playing a role behind the scenes.
See, and that, you know what? He plays a perfect role that way. I ain't gonna lie. You know, think about this though.
Spider-Man's character doesn't seem like he can do anything behind the scenes.
I feel like he can. I feel like he does more. I feel like they've used Wolverine too much in too many different comics.
No, but
really,
see-
Spider-Man fits in that role better.
But Wolverine makes sense.
How?
Wolverine was never the person that it was like, never in a time has anyone ever said, Wolverine is that hero who we put up for the Avengers. Even Captain America's kind of looking like, yo, I'll be honest, when there's things that I just can't do, like I can't dirty my hands, Wolverine already jumped into the mud puddle, stabbed whatever like creature was in it, swam in its blood, and then like decapitated its babies. And then came out of the mud puddle and said, Don't worry, Captain, it's done. Like, Wolverine's always been that guy. Spider-Man can't do it. Too many kids love Spider-Man.
He's not vicious like that, but there isn't a villain that you can put him up against that he can't serve as a very strong force against.
Oh no, I'm not.
I mean, like Wolverine, he needs to get beat a little bit for him to go, okay, let me go ahead and say. Well, for Spider-Man, you just throw him in there and he changes the game. Like his spider power is not like that.
Once again, you're comparing comic book Spider-Man, not movie Spider-Man.
No, but we also got to put in the fact that like.
That's kind of true.
You kind of have to do that to Wolverine because he's cheating. Because you know why? Wolverine would use a gun. Wolverine would be the dude who would stab you and then shoot you. And ain't nobody ever seen that against like their villain. Trust me, if Wolverine had showed up and Jamie Foxx had came out as Electro, you would see 3 things through him, 2 dudes getting electrocuted, and then he would gun him down in the middle of the street, walk away and go Ferguson, Missouri, and then be like, oh, I guess that happened.
Look,
he was
regeneration.
He was a danger to the people. Or you know what he would do? He would cut off his arms and legs and sell them to General Electric. No. Be like, there you go.
You know what make Wolverine awesome? If he could regenerate his actual adamantium. You know what I'm saying? That would be like...
And then that would just be cheating. I'd be like, yo.
I feel like he's already cheating, man. I mean, come on.
But anyway, enough about Wolverine. So now we have already established that maybe Spider-Man, or not maybe.
That Spider-Man's in the Marvel Universe.
Right, but I got a question. Because they're going with the younger Spider-Man, we also have to kind of maybe, like you said, who would his love interest be? But like, are we gonna go with young Mary Jane, young Gwen Stacy, probably introduce him to another chick, out of his.
Is it gonna be a chick? That was my question earlier. Is it going to be a chick?
You know what? I would not blame them if they just went on ahead and just had it a chick. I wouldn't blame them. I wouldn't. But at the same time, you're right. How much of the character? But see, we kind of jumping the gun. What? Because I don't even think they're gonna cast Miles Morales. I really do think they're gonna try to keep it Peter Parker.
Hashtag Childish Gambino. I'm voting for you.
You know what? I feel, but he's just too crazy though. He's too. He's not. Childish Gambino is too like out there. Like ever since after Community was done, he's almost like, okay, I'm gonna just let my mind go, and I'm gonna just become like.
Honestly, you have not seen his stand-up comedy.
No, I'm not saying he's not funny. I'm not saying he's not charismatic, but he's a little crazy. And I feel like he gonna be Spider-Man, and he gonna just flip out on somebody like, "Don't touch me, I'm Childish Gambino." He wants to be Miles Morales. What are you doing? Like, don't touch me. You know what I'm saying? Just start rapping. Like, but I don't know, man.
Childish Gambino looks like that dude who will kill someone rapping and like be murdering someone and still be rapping over it, and then walk away with like bloody puddles on the ground. So we look like, that's not cool, Childish. That's not cool, Childish.
Rhyming the whole way.
You act like we didn't see that though. Dope lyrics, but you act like we didn't see that.
Dope lyrics though. I like that. Let's keep that up.
No, hold up. I have a question for both of you. All right, here's the thing. Now we've already established that Spider-Man's going to be in the MCU, but now what out of all the upcoming movies? Civil War 2, I say Civil War 2, Avengers 2, Captain America Civil War, Iron Man 4, Black Panther. Which one are you actually like looking forward to seeing?
Well, I'm gonna be honest with you. Civil War makes far more sense. In fact, Civil War he should be one of the main characters, because he was just there was too much going on. So I ain't gonna lie. They've changed it now. So but to me, it's just they.
Now, I do have one question. Is the setting of the Civil War the same?
No,
is it rampaging through New York still?
No, what happens is they've changed it to where the Civil War is more about the world government wanting the superheroes to be more accountable. The same way how in Iron Man 2, they're looking like, you should tell us secrecy of your suits.
So they're gonna do the beginning of the Civil War and not so much the mayhem.
It needs to go into the mayhem.
But
I mean,
because the mayhem was the interesting part.
But here's the thing: I don't think they have enough characters to do the mayhem.
Yes, they do.
Like who?
Yes, they do.
No, you gotta remember, in the comic books, these were two armies of superheroes, not like
okay. You know what?
Not teams.
Don't get me wrong, but if you would have asked me this 5-6 years ago, I would probably be sitting there. But with so much CGI and stuff, so much stuff that they've already done, I have no doubt that they can do it. The budget would be a lot higher, but I think they can do it. I really think they can cast these people to be these heroes, even if it's not licensed heroes, even if it's like generic mutants or people with powers that they try to blend the two worlds. I'm fine with it.
But once again, you can't say the term mutant because technically X-Men don't belong to Marvel.
I know, but I don't know. I think that.
That's right. They technically don't.
They can do it. They can do it. They can create heroes and just drop them in there. Like, I really think they can do a good job of it. I have no doubt there's gonna be. And I think Spider-Man should be a main character.
No, but you know what? I would hate that. I would literally hate if we just show a black guy drop down with a yellow shirt and I'm supposed to know that Luke Cage and he's just like,
you know what?
You know what though?
You know what?
I think if they do remix it, I think it should be heroes kinda against the humans, and we're watching like the government hunt down people. Because everyone forgets that part of Civil War. But like the scary part was, S.H.I.E.L.D. came and hunted down a lot of these heroes. Yeah. Everyone always goes, oh man, Iron Man must have caught up the whole Marvel Universe. I'm looking like, no dude, like for half that time he stood behind a computer counter telling S.H.I.E.L.D. where to go. I remember when S.H.I.E.L.D. came down and took Patriot away. Patriot was like, oh, but I'm just a kid. And they went, lit him up, tasered him, beat the crap out of him, and then said, hey, these freaks in costumes need to be held accountable. This dude doesn't even look like he has a college degree or anything, or any training. Get the hell in the van. Called him the whole Young Avengers. S.H.I.E.L.D. did that. They just put him down.
And you know what?
They should show that and then introduce Spider-Man like, Spider-Man is getting hunted
because,
by S.H.I.E.L.D.
Spider-Man had joined Iron Man and S.H.I.E.L.D.
For a second.
And then he had... So I hope they bring the costume that they had in Civil War for Spider-Man.
So, but basically what you were saying was the fact that
Spider-Man was one of your favorite parts of
Civil War. He was amazing. He was an amazing part of Civil War. His costume was awesome. His character was awesome. They had to reveal his identity. I mean, Spider-Man was a big part of like the ooh wow factor.
Now I got a question though. If you were to go that route with Spider-Man into the Civil War, would the Civil War be able to be contained in one movie, or would it have to be more than one?
You know what? Civil War 1 and 2 would be awesome. If they did like a duel. No, I'm be honest. Think about it though.
I'm gonna say this. I'm saying no because I am personally against movies getting cut into part one and part 2.
Then make it a 3 to 4 hour movie, and I'll be happy then. Like I really want to see all the details. Don't get me wrong.
But see, once again, all the details that you want literally don't exist in the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
Well, can't they make it exist?
Yeah, exactly. I feel like you're being real pessimistic right now.
I'm not being real pessimistic. I'm just saying is realistically speaking, the Marvel Cinematic Universe, technically speaking, only has 6 heroes. You gotta think about the Marvel Cinematic Universe. It only has the Avengers.
No,
There's no.
it only has those that made movies. It has more heroes than that.
Like who? Because you gotta say when a movie comes out, those other heroes don't exist yet. Inhumans don't exist yet.
Well, they could bring the humans in with the Terrigen Mists hit on
And Agents of Shield.
Agents of Shield.
That is true.
Yeah, you can just bring. You can
But
make all those mutants. You can exchange those mutants.
They can't bring the Inhumans in because the Inhumans are having their own movie in 2018.
But still,
where
you
they're bringing them in.
this could be the start. Think about it. The Terrigen Mist just hit. You can even say in Civil War.
Now-
instead of mutants, the Terrigen Mist hit, and they got
Now,
Inhumans.
you
They can
could
out
say
of
that.
hand. Now we need to regulate all these Inhumans. Does that not make sense?
That does make sense.
Boom,
Now,
bada, boom.
But okay.
Boom, bada, boom.
Anyway,
Oh!
anyway, comment down below. Let me know what you think. Well, let us know what you think. Comment down below. Let us know what you think about Spider-Man being in the MCU. Let us know what you think about all the other movies coming out, such as Inhumans,
Yeah.
Black Panther, Captain Marvel. Here's my personal question.
Would you rather Miles Morales or Peter Parker? That's all I want to know. That's all I want to know.
He stole my question.
Was that the question?
That was-
I feel like he's about to do something crazy.
oh man, yeah, you know that this is obviously like partially my propaganda video. You know what I mean? Because what y'all don't know is that IBM is petitioning to be Darkseid in any of the Justice League videos. Like, I just want to be the dude who comes out and goes,
Superman, you were never enough to fix me, blah, blah, blah.
you know, and say all kinds of things and be like,
Oh, yes. Parademons, destroy them.
Holla back. Y'all have a good one. Peace out.
Join IBM's Legion, and we will rise the world to dust.
oh, yes, peace.